Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is go time. My name is Todd Grisham. Alongside me, English fighting legend Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine, my friend.
Oleksandr Usyk, the former undisputed cruiserweight champion and heavyweight champion of the world, fighting out of Ukraine. Muhammad Ali, the greatest of all time. Watch the footwork, watch the hand speed. No one does it like Ali.
They have waited for this fight for so long, Todd. This is ridiculous.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, and now from Crimea in Ukraine, here is an undisputed cruiserweight world champion and an undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, Oleksandr Usyk. Fighting out of the blue corner, here is the Olympic gold medalist and legend of boxing, the only 3-time lineal heavyweight champion of the world. He floats like a butterfly and stings like a bee. The one and only, the greatest, Muhammad Ali.
The fans are ready, and it looks like the fighters are now ready.
It's a privilege and an honor to be here. I feel so lucky to be sat here talking about something I love.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be 2 that we're talking about. Many said this fight would never happen, and yet here it is, and here we go. Those counter punches have to hurt. Big swing and a miss with the hook. And he scores with the counter. Nope, that hook won't score. Through the left uppercut, but it misses. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
They won't give us a second to catch our breath. And that right jab just misses. This fighter is all about finesse, using a lot of angles and lateral movement.
Outside fights create so much unpredictable movement. Move left to right, box forward, box backwards. You don't know if they're going to attack or defend. Nightmare fighters.
This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Good counter punch. Lucky that hook didn't score. Incredible firepower from both of these heavyweights. Punching, swing and a miss with that uppercut. Punch, counter punch. Big hooks upstairs. How about that time counter shot? A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Oleksandr Usyk in that last round. Talk about a... Here we go for round two. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
As it is in most heavyweight fights, don't blink because one big shot and this thing could be over. Can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. When are we going to see a jab from these two? And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Punch output. Thought there might be more action here. It's all offense all the time. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. No rest for the weary. Beautiful counter punch. He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. That counter shot lands. They exchange punches. Let's talk about Oleksandr Usyk in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Wow, you know what? I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Bell, ring away. You walk back.
There's the bell to start round three. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
One punch could end this fight for either of these two heavyweights.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think them. You've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little Fagan and pickpocket them.
Well done with that counter shot. Missing with the hook. So far, the offense has been better than the defense. The perfect counter lands. Unlucky to miss with that jab. He threw a punch and just got countered. So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This fighter just not slowing down.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. the strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Swinging big and missing big with that hook. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Nice counter shot. They stop the hook there. You'd like to see more jabs. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? A swing and a miss with the left hook. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. There's a counter shot. Let's talk about Oleksandr Usyk in that last round. What would you tell this guy if he's got to do something? Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
What you've got to do, Tony, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in the guess.
The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? Caution being thrown to the wind. Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It could all come down to who's in better shape.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm.
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. Usyk. I don't believe what we're seeing here.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, and boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Oh my, the Ukrainian has been rattled. No, we don't see a knockdown.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Catch and shoot. Both men step back for just a moment. Whoa, wait a minute. The big Ukrainian in big trouble. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Oh, no! Ali is down! And it's a one-hitter winner.
1, 2, 3, 4. And you continue.
Let's talk about Ali in that last round. Boy, this next round is going to be crucial considering the knockdown we just witnessed.
I love the response, though. Got back up.
Time for the 5th round. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
Can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're gonna get knocked out. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Hook was off target. Throws the jab, it doesn't score. They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite level stuff here.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
He misses with that straight left. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. That counter punch caught him clean. Misses with the straight left. Hook misses. How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight with fight.
I gotta stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. Usyk might go, and down goes Oleksandr Usyk. Wow, that seemed to be the punch he was looking for. Let's watch it again.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
Talk about Oleksandr Usyk in that last round. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
Can make or break a fighter.
Come on, breathe. Now it's a tougher fight. It's going to be
good work. That's it. Now breathe. Breathe. Just get...
Mate, what are you doing? Come on, switch on. You've been coasting this fight.
Here we go in the 6th round. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
He got out of the way of that right hook. Misses with the jab. Got to let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. The unified heavyweight champion is down. I don't know. I got to take another look at that.
That's lights out right there.
Well, they beat the count and are ready to go again.
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in round ones. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
These are heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed and footwork, they look like middleweights.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
He's got the advantage halfway through the round.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or it's a bit of a mousetrap.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. They miss with the jab. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. He just misses with that jab. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Miss with that jab. We've never seen Oleksandr Usyk hurt like this before. It's been all one-way traffic with just 10 seconds to go in the round. Let's talk about Oleksandr Usyk in that last round. Let's see how the game plan changes after that big knockdown.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
Great round. Now relax. Don't be looking at...
Okay, now you're switching off. You're starting to make mistakes and you're switching off.
Yeah, he's ready to go. He's absolutely shattered. He's hurt.
What's that? What are you doing? Come on, you're switching off. Right, let's get out there. Get your boxing back together.
Here comes round 7. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Nice counter. One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweights.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Through the straight left, but it won't score. He threw the hook, didn't land. Nice counter shot. That jab doesn't find a home. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Knockout finish here. That was something special. That punch to the head looks so good live. Let's see it again in slow motion and really appreciate it.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
Listen to me. Are you okay?
happened. You saw it here live. A knockout win. Congratulations.
Knockout victory. That is Todd. Did you see the shot? That's not a knockout. That's an assassination. What a shot.